We are going to begin at the nation's top office. President Park Geun-hye has announced a widely expected cabinet reshuffle. The president hopes the fresh faces will help her implement her policy initiatives for the remaining 18 months of her term. For a closer look at the new ministers, Song Ji-sun reports.
President Park is gearing up for another push to implement her policy initiatives. A day after her Liberation Day speech, the president announced a partial cabinet reshuffle aimed at advancing her creative economy and culture's prosperity drives. Cho Yoon-sun, President Park's former Secretary for Political Affairs and a former Gender Equality Minister, has been appointed to lead the Culture Ministry. The presidential office of Cheong Wa Dae says it has great expectations for her, as Cho has a deep understanding of President Park's policy initiatives after having served as one of the president's closest aides for years.
With her ample experience working for the government and at the National Assembly, we expect Cho will contribute to the advancement of cultural prosperity in the arts, content development, tourism, and sports.
Kim Jae-soo, the current chief of the state-run Korea Agro-Fisheries and Food Trade Corporation, has been appointed the new agriculture minister. Cho Kyung-gyu, deputy director of the Office for Government Policy Coordination, will now lead the Environment Ministry. The two positions were widely expected to have fresh appointments, as the ministers had been in their positions since President Park's inauguration, leaving Foreign Minister Yoon Byung-se as the only cabinet member to have maintained his post. The president also named new personnel at vice ministerial level. President Park's current Trade Secretary Chung Man-gi is the new first vice minister for trade, and Agriculture Secretary Chung Hwan-gun will now serve as the chief of the Rural Development Administration. The ministerial appointees will all go through parliamentary hearings, though parliamentary approval is not a must and will take office in early September as the 20th National Assembly kicks off its next regular session. Song Ji-sun, Arirang News.